Hello everyone, and welcome to my General Hospital official channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. General Hospital spoilers update for Monday, November 11th, shows that Michael Corinthos will be in a depression during a visit to Sonny Corinthos' penthouse. Although Michael will claim he's thinking about how unfair it is that Sam McCall's gone, Sonny will sense something else is bothering him. Once Sonny understands Michael is more than just concerned about Dante Falconeri, Michael will disclose he's scared about his marriage. Of course, we'll just have to wait and see how much Michael is prepared to confess about all the infidelities. As for Willow Corinthos, she'll be caught surprised when Drew Quartermaine shows up at the Quartermaine gatehouse. It may lead to Willow's reminder that they decided to keep their distance from each other. However, Drew may believe he took advantage of Willow's sensitivity and added to her marriage betrayal guilt. There's no way Drew could just hook up with Willow and allow her to suffer the fallout on her own. Despite the added layer of drama, part of Drew may be delighted he crossed the line with Willow. Now that things have taken a scorching turn between them, Drew may struggle to get their passionate meeting out of his brain. Willow may be split between her intellect and her heart since she wants to safeguard her marriage, but she's drawn to Drew like a magnetic. As a result, Willow may restate that they had to put an end to all this. Back with Sonny, it looks like he'll get some bad news. Natalia Ramirez will most likely find Christina having a grief-driven meltdown somewhere since she'll make a phone call regarding a female character in difficulty. Diane Miller will also dish out some tough love with Alexis Davis and hopefully help her see a road ahead. Alexis can't let grief rob her of her identity as a supportive mother and grandma. Meanwhile, Felicia Scorpio will argue for Holly Sutton during a conversation with Sasha Gilmore Corbin, who may be tempted to offer Holly another shot to be a true mom. As for Holly on Monday's GH episode, she'll pressure Jack Brennan to offer what she feels she's owed. Holly may not be able to relax until Jen Sidwell is murdered, so she may urge Brennan to help make it happen. It looks like Brennan will concede there's one thing he can do for Holly, so we'll see what he promises and what forecasts he might make. Next, Max Scorpio will drill Robert Scorpio for information on all the Sidwell mayhem and how Holly hauled him into the nightmare. Robert will share updates and examine the maternal side he's seen of Holly. Since Holly was willing to surrender the genuine gems and promptly stepped up for Sasha, Robert will give her a lot of credit, too much if you ask Mac. In Anna Devane's office, she'll fire questions at Jason Morgan and ask how long his deception's been going on. General Hospital rumors predict Jason may face an interrogation over Sonny's agreement with Holly and whatever else Anna wants to know. At Brennan's office, Holly panicked about what Sidwell may have done to Sasha. Holly noticed that Sidwell asked her to bring the jewels, and she should have done it herself. Holly inquired if Brennan was on Sasha's side and fretted that so many things could go wrong. Robert informed Holly they had to trust Jason and Brennan to bring Sasha back to them. Robert answered his phone and was surprised to learn about the explosion. Holly questioned if Sasha was alive. She couldn't bear the anticipation and declared she would find out for herself. Robert called after her as Holly raced from the office. Jason arrived at the warehouse and told Sidwell he brought the jewels. Sidwell chuckled, stating that Holly plainly didn't care about her daughter. Sidwell's soldiers surrounded Jason with rifles drawn. Jason showed Sidwell some of the jewels and said that if he showed him Sasha, he would show him the rest. Jason told Sidwell that he had been instructed to hand up the diamonds after he was provided evidence of life. Fine, Sidwell responded with an eye roll. He showed a live video on his phone that showed Sasha pulling off a vent cover and trying to flee. Jason questioned where Sasha was concealed. Sidwell told him there were 5 stories and 30 offices, but he wouldn't have much time to find her as he had a bomb put on a timer. Your move, Mr. Morgan, Sidwell said. Jason gave him the jewels, and Sidwell told him which room Sasha was in. Jason took off to find her. Sasha located the explosive under the desk. The timer had fewer than 4 minutes left on it. Jason found her and kicked in the door. With seconds to spare, they ran for their lives. From a vantage outside, we witnessed the bomb blow up the structure. Anna was told of the explosion and arrived at the burning warehouse. She was briefed by an officer who showed her an evidence bag. Anna stated she thought she knew what this was about. She ordered street cams and eyewitness testimony to find out what transpired. Jason and Sasha came at the WSB office. She inquired how he got dragged into the mess. Jason revealed that she was with Carly when Sidwell took her and that he had been with Holly at the property. Jason revealed that Sidwell had the jewels. "Your mom gave up those diamonds to save you," he added. Robert and Holly ran in and praised Jason and Brennan for locating Sasha. Robert hugged Sasha, and they shared a lovely, caring moment. Jason was delighted it all worked out. His phone rang, but he answered the call in the hallway. "I'm at a crime scene," Anna told him. She stated she needed answers and to meet her at her office. Sasha questioned Holly if the jewels Jason gave Sidwell were real or phony. Holly insisted they were real, and she didn't want to risk Jen's believing he had been tricked. "Like those diamonds, the love I feel for you is real. And whether you believe it or not, there is nothing more important in this world to me than you," Holly told Sasha. General Hospital spoilers for Monday, November 11th, suggest that Drew Quartermaine will visit by the Quartermaine Gatehouse to see whether Willow Corinthos is okay after what transpired between them. Willow may protest to Drew popping in as it's preferable for them to keep their distance at this point. After Willow admits she thought they were on the same page, Drew may admit he finds it tough to remain away. Now that Drew and Willow have crossed the boundary, it's connected them on a whole new level that'll be tough to shake. Elsewhere, Natalia Ramirez may come to Christina Corinthos Davis' rescue. Monday's GH Peak shows Natalia outside in the dark somewhere while she makes a phone call and acknowledges she's in trouble. It appears like Natalia might stumble, discover Christina in peril, and send Sonny Corinthos an SOS. General Hospital spoilers predict that Christina will offer an emotional plea, so she might ask for Natalia's help after breaking down about Sam McCall's demise. Over with Diane Miller, she'll give Alexis Davis some sympathy along with some wisdom. "If you don't, there won't be anything left of you," Diane warns in Monday's preview video. Diane may comfort Alexis that it's absolutely natural to mourn, but she can't let that sadness consume her to the point where she loses herself totally. According to General Hospital teasers, Sasha Gilmore Corbin's relationship with Michael Corinthos could result in a pregnancy. Although this would be extremely complicated, Sasha may find herself looking forward to a second-chance kid. Sasha's loss of little Liam Corbin was terrible, but this could provide her with another chance at parenthood. Sasha's bond with Willow Corinthos has already blown up, so she may decide to accept her pregnancy and whatever the future holds. Sasha, on the other hand, may mend her relationship with Willow as a result of Jen Sidwell's threats. In that event, Sasha's pregnancy could reveal her one-night stand with Michael and terminate her friendship with Willow for good. However, Sasha may not be the only one who becomes pregnant soon. Willow slept with Michael first, then with Drew Quartermaine shortly after. That raises the prospect of a paternity mystery for Willow in the coming weeks. If Willow finds herself expecting another child, she may wonder whether Michael or Drew is the father. Willow would need a DNA test to clear things up, so it would be intriguing to find out who the baby daddy is. Can you imagine how complicated things would be if Michael had a baby with both Sasha and Willow? Of course, GH writers might change the tale totally if Willow becomes pregnant by Drew instead. Willow may consider it a blessing in the end, as her marriage to Michael appears doomed at this time. Drew, Willow, Scout Quartermaine, and her new little brother or sister might form a family. Scout just asked Willow to assist Drew in tucking her in, so the show may be setting the framework to make her stepmother a viable candidate. Regardless, it would be soapy if Willow and Sasha become pregnant at the same moment. Sasha and Willow's narratives are becoming increasingly entwined, which may continue if they receive updates on any double pregnancy issue. According to General Hospital spoilers, Willow and Sasha will face a lot more turmoil in the future, so we'll keep you updated on any pregnancy news and paternity predictions. General Hospital spoilers for Wednesday, November 6th, show that Carly Spencer updated Jack Brennan about Sasha Gilmore Corbin's kidnapping and identified Jen Sidwell as her kidnapper via a photo. Carly was perplexed when Sidwell claimed he wanted his diamonds back from Sasha's mother, as she assumed her mother had died. Anna Devane arrived and explained that Sasha was Holly Sutton's daughter. Despite Anna's warning that things would be complicated with Holly, she went ahead with her plan. Holly informed Robert Scorpio about the lost diamonds and her destroyed chamber. Holly, on the other hand, refused to reveal the location of the gems and was unwilling to throw away her large winnings. Robert was still attempting to get more information out of Holly when Anna arrived with the news that Sidwell had kidnapped Sasha. At GH, Portia Robinson did not have any autopsy information on Sam McCall yet, but she reminded Lucas Jones that they were being thorough and that it could take some time. Later, Portia took Isaiah Gannon to her office and said Sam had not made it. This was a rare circumstance with added urgency because Lucas had just operated on his own sister. Portia questioned Isaiah about whether Lucas had made any mistakes, but Isaiah gave him a positive assessment and believed Lucas did everything correctly. Isaiah concerned that Portia was seeking for a scapegoat, but she denied it. Meanwhile, Lucas researched post-surgery cardiac arrest and appeared to be haunted by what had happened to Sam. Brad spied on Lucas several times to check on him before giving him a compassionate look as he entered the locker room. Michael Corinthos went to the Quartermain estate to look for Willow Corinthos and asked Brooklyn Quartermain about her while there. Scout Quartermain came hurrying over after having a nasty dream, claiming she couldn't find Drew Quartermain. Brooklyn reassured Scout that Drew was nearby before leading her to the kitchen for hot chocolate. Willow and Drew changed into their clothes in the playroom after their adventure. Willow admitted that they were both to blame for what happened, but she insisted on burying the mistake and warning it wouldn't happen again. Willow accidentally left an earring on the playroom floor. Willow went out the back and returned through the front door later, so she made Michael excuses about leaving her phone on mute and falling asleep. Despite their recent disagreements, Willow wanted to support Michael in his grief over Sam's death. Drew appeared shortly after, giving Scout a hazy explanation about how he was trying to stay busy. Michael looked suspicious since Drew and Willow appeared to be on edge. Willow pretended she was only comforting Drew about Sam's death and offered him an awkward hug. Michael moved back and noticed a notification on his phone regarding motion detected on the baby monitor in the playroom. Michael was appalled when he saw the footage of Drew and Willow's encounter earlier. Willow approached and wondering what Michael was viewing, but Drew and Scout intervened. Scout wanted Willow to help Drew tuck her up, so Michael recommended they take their time. That left Michael alone to continue watching the scandalous film and fuming over Willow's betrayal of Drew. Next, Dante Falconeri appeared devastated when he returned home to an empty apartment. Sonny Corinthos and Olivia Quartermain eventually arrived to console Dante as he fought to cope. When Dante was alone, he scented Sam's leather jacket from the closet while grieving. Alexis Davis also received a visit from Curtis Ashford, and she took his consolation and told him that she would not drink. After Curtis left, Sonny walked by to check on Alexis. Alexis rambled on about all of the decisions that needed to be made with Sam's service, and she struggled to believe it was all occurring. General Hospital spoilers indicate that Alexis still has some difficult days ahead of her, so stay tuned. General Hospital dished viewers another week of characters discovering the heartbreaking news about Sam, while also taking its feed on providing everyone information on the deceased's autopsy and what truly happened to her. The "we knew this was coming" sex between Drew and Willow eventually transpired, and Michael knows about it while keeping his own infidelity with Sasha a secret. And Jen Sidwell returned with a vengeance. The day after Michael had intoxicated sex with Sasha, he went home, forgave Willow for kissing Drew and then slept with her. Damn, Michael, you are as evil as Drew and Willow. A day later, Willow helped Drew deal with his sadness over Sam's death by riding him like a stallion in the Quartermain nursery. Wait, where the kids sleep. Gross. And, of course, Michael watched it all on the nanny cam. I think we all know where this is going. Sasha will become pregnant with Michael's child, and Willow won't know if she's carrying Drew or Michael's baby. Normally, this would be a good old-fashioned kind of soapy drama tale. The only problem is that most of us don't care about Drew or Willow and have loathed this storyline from the beginning. Plus, I wouldn't wish Michael on any lady, certainly not Sasha, who I like. Ultimately, this might promote a reunion between Sasha and Michael, along with Willow and Drew quitting the canvas and moving to DC after he's elected to Congress. General Hospital delivered on the soapiness of it all this week, but that doesn't mean we weren't still left with a foul taste in our mouths from two characters who exposed their true spots in every way. So, Michael assumed that if he married the woman who cheated on her first husband with him, she wouldn't cheat on him? That's why this writer nicknamed him Carly's dumb son years ago. 'Cause that is who he is. And Willow is nothing more than the sanctimonious hypocrite she has been since the minute she discovered Chase would live when she married him on his purported deathbed. Remember when Willow married Chase despite lusting after Michael because she wanted him to die happy? Then, when she realized he was cured, she got the most horrified look on her face as that meant she couldn't have sex with Michael anymore. And it's not like being married to Chase stopped Willow anyway. She still had sex with Michael. Grief sex. During their child's birthday party. That sadness sex was evidently amazing because she had grief sex again this week with Drew. On a child's playroom floor. This is Willow, folks. The pristine and beautiful snowflake who neglected to treat her cancer while pregnant and then wondered how it advanced to stage 4 despite her being a medical expert. The world halted to bring lovely Willow some precious bone marrow so she could live with her precious family. And a year later, she is back to being the cheater who will always be a cheater. At least Sasha now has Willow's number. Willow was more angry that her kiss secret was uncovered than she was about upsetting her spouse by kissing his uncle. She had to put the blame somewhere since nothing can ever be her fault, so she blamed Sasha. And Sasha? Well, she wasn't having it. Sasha accurately pointed out that there would be no secret to divulge if Willow hadn't chosen to kiss Drew in the first place, twice. Of course, Sasha just had a drunken one-night fling with Willow's husband, but that only happened because Willow kissed Drew and lied about it for months. All Willow could do was whine that Michael didn't deserve to know the truth and be upset because it would never happen again. All she cared about was saving her marriage. And that is why 10 minutes later, she was naked and on top of Drew on the playroom floor. Can't wait for Sasha to learn about that one. And then there is Drew. Once a fine man, an honorable man, and a loving husband and father, when played by Billy Miller, he is now a liar, a louse, selfish, manipulative, vengeful, and secretive. Not clear what happened to Drew when Victor Cassadine kept him hostage for 2 years, but perhaps he killed him and replaced him with an imposter. The man has been having hate sex with Nina for months after threatening violence against her when the year began, has been following Willow around since summer, and has paid off Cody to keep his secrets. That's on top of casting himself on his sword and going to jail to protect Carly because his daughter had Sam and didn't need him around anyhow. Now, Scout no longer has Sam, and the first thing he thinks of is that he has no idea how to be a father. Perhaps that is because he has neglected to be one for the last 3 years. And on the night his young kid heard her mother was dead, he did the dirty with married wife Willow on the floor of his kid's playroom. So, let's quit pretending here. Drew is not a good guy and certainly not the Drew that Sam fell in love with. Let's not forget that Michael had intoxicated sex with Sasha after finding his wife only kissed Drew once. Then, after learning she kissed Drew twice, he sought to pull the truth out of her. After Willow lied some more, Michael had sex with her so that she could turn around and have sex with Drew later that day. Does it get any more ick than this? Oh, that's right. Michael observed the intercourse on their baby monitor app and didn't bother informing Willow he knew everything about her romp on the floor the hour before. In the words of Chandler Bing, could these folks ever be more horrible? Let the chips fall as they may. And may the babies be delivered in 9 months because if all this sex doesn't result in a pregnancy or 2, GH is not a soap. Alexis has done this over and again for a week. You aren't meant to outlive your children, yet Alexis did, and her loss is our heartbreak. Alexis went through the movements and emotions this week, and it was a lovely thing to watch. Perhaps Alexis's most poignant moment came when she sat with Sonny and told him about her regrets about giving Sam up for adoption when she was just a teenager. She wishes she had rebelled against her father and retained her child. Sonny seems to be the guy Alexis can open up with the most. We said it last week, and we'll say it again, Sexies has as much chemistry as they did more than 20 years ago when Christina came to be. Maurice Bernard and Nancy Lee Grahn are absolute magic together. Sonny and Alexis share a relationship like no other. They understand each other, tolerate one another, and when push comes to shove, they will do anything for each other. So GH, do something for us and make Sexies happen after all these years. Sante was the most steady pair on GH, which often made them boring, but oh, the potential they had if they were ever given true strife. It was evident how much they loved one another, and Dante's grief is now our despair, just as with Alexis. He has no idea how he is going to go and you simply want to cry with him. Bravo to Dominic Zamprogna for showing us that real guys can cry and real men can sorrow. Dante is a strong cop who puts his heart on his sleeve, which makes him a real guy. There's a new Lucas, but we still have the same old Brad. And their chemistry? It's still there. Van Hansis and Parisian have already created a natural connection, and we want to see what happens there, but we don't know if we can forget why they split up. Brad stole a baby and passed him off as the infant Lucas, and Brad adopted for almost a year. He deceived and hid a whopper of a secret from his hubby for a very long time. Can that be forgiven? Well, not according to loudmouth Carly. She makes the rules, or at least she thinks she does. Sasha was kidnapped and had to flee an actual ticking time bomb, all in 2 episodes. That provided some excitement to the week as Jason took a detour from Morning Sam to dash into a building that was about to explode up and save Sasha. We'd question what the point of this story was, but it looks like it was a feel-good arc to show Sasha that her mother truly does love her after all. Aww. Whoever realized that breaking up the Lucy and Ethel dynamic pair of Nina and Ava was a bad, awful mistake deserves our thanks. It made absolutely no sense to abandon our friendship over Sonny. Considering when would Ava desire to land Sonny, a man who she's done nothing but endure for years considering they share a child? It took years to create a solid friendship between Nina and Ava, 2 women who previously loved Silas Clay and gave birth to his daughters. Why waste all that time and effort to have it end over a man neither one was supposed to end up with? Now, let the good times roll 'cause Nava is back. Thank you, Diane, for realizing that Robert doesn't love you and never will. Was this another literary epiphany that Robert and Diane just don't work together? It was almost cringe to see, so we're delighted that's finally gone. Phew. Drew learns his electoral fate, Jason loses his cool, and Laura and Lucky get news. By calling Jack from her office and leaving a message, Anna demanded an update on the situation regarding whether or not he was attempting to save Sasha. Rick entered the room just as she was hanging up the phone. The trial of Ava Jerome will begin very soon. I still have a responsibility to safeguard my client to the best of my ability, notwithstanding the awful events that have occurred in recent times, Rick remarked. During the time of Christina's accident, he was interested in learning more about the images that were taken. Rick stated that he had copies of the book, but he was curious about where Anna obtained hers. It was brought to Anna's attention that her statement had stated that photographs of a confrontation had been brought to her attention. Rick was impressed by her explanation, but he was still curious about the identity of the photographer. Rick felt there were reasons that the whole case should be thrown out. Upon reviewing the file, Anna verified that Dante was the first law enforcement officer to arrive at the incident. However, she was not aware that the room Christina fell from was actually Ava's. Anna said that Chase took control once she was brought in. Rick pointed out they didn't have a motive to arrest Ava until Jason was involved. This is a direct question for you. Was Jason the one who gave you with the images in question? Rick queried. Anna said a PI hired by Sonny took the images. Anna stated she didn't acquire the images from Sonny but accused Rick of exploiting the case to get to the brother he loathed. Rick added that the fact that Anna would believe Jason shows either bias toward Ava or extraordinary naivete on her side. Which is it, Commissioner? Rick asked. Rick said he thought that Anna was too close to known criminals, and as a result, she was willing to bend the laws for them. Anna's phone began to ring, and she instructed Rick to see himself out. Alexis went to the Quartermaines to see Scout, but she was already asleep. She thanked Olivia for allowing Scout and Danny stay there. Olivia added that Alexis was welcome to live there, too. Alexis told Olivia that she thought Scout and Danny should live with her. Alexis pointed out that Drew would be in Washington a lot if elected, and she didn't think Jason was prepared to parent a teenager. I don't think Sam would want Jason to raise Danny alone, Alexis added. Olivia and Alexis sat on the couch and grieved for Sam. You know what they say about how mothers aren't supposed to outlive their children? It's true, Alexis said sadly. Alexis showed Olivia the ring that Dante gave Sam. Olivia expressed how delighted Dante had been about it. "I know this sounds crazy, but some part of me is happy that my son got to propose to the woman that he loved more than anything and have her say yes," Olivia cried. "She was so happy," Alexis remarked before crying down. "I hope this doesn't come out the wrong way, but I'm actually glad that you were there with Sam," Olivia revealed, and Alexis tearfully agreed. Dante stood outside the Quartermaines, and Brooke Lynn checked on him. She questioned whether he was cold, but he claimed he didn't know how he felt about anything. Brooke Lynn carried Dante inside and attempted to get him to eat. Dante stated he didn't know how he would take care of his family on his own without Sam. Brooke Lynn invited Dante to remain there and claimed he was a great dad. Dante just didn't feel like a family without Sam. Chase came in, and Dante looked heartbroken, watching them be a pair. Dante told Brooke Lynn and Chase that Rocco was silent and trying to be supportive. Chase noted that Sam and Dante were engaged, and Brooke Lynn questioned Dante about it. Dante acknowledged he proposed after surgery, then excused himself from the room. Brooke Lynn told Chase she had just managed to make a devastated man hurt even worse. "There is no worse for Dante right now," Chase said. "It just keeps getting sadder," Brooke Lynn wailed. Brooke Lynn said Chase she was delighted he was home from Seattle as she missed him. She stated that his snoring comforted her. They acknowledged how lucky they were, especially considering the situation with Sam. Chase explained how it had been in Seattle with Violet. He added that Violet wanted to remind them she still desired a relative. Brooke Lynn said they should start taking actions to make it happen. "Something like this?" Chase remarked before kissing her. Chase and Brooke Lynn discussed tracking cycles and using apps to plan for a baby. Chase emphasized that he didn't want to lose being spontaneous. They agreed however it happened, they just wanted to produce a baby together. In the living room, Alexis told Dante she was starting to work on funeral arrangements. Dante told her anything she chose was best. He noticed the ring and recalled showing it to his parents before proposing. "It feels like I bought this ring ages ago," Dante stated. "I don't want to rush into things, but I want to give the kids as much stability as I can," Alexis told Dante. Alexis stated that she knew Dante was grieving but thought Danny and Scout should live with her. Dante believed they would all live together at the Quartermaines for now. Alexis agreed it would help the kids not be lonely without their mom. Dante felt he would grow old with Sam and couldn't picture his existence without her. Alexis understood that was how it was supposed to be. Dante hugged Alexis. Tracy walked to the barn and asked Cody where Sasha was. "If Sasha took off, I'm sorry, but I'm the last one she would tell," Cody added. Cody said that, for once, he didn't goof anything up. "Turns out Sasha and I are first cousins," Cody remarked. Tracy cackled and wondered how it was possible. Cody revealed that Sasha was the daughter of Robert and Holly. Cody discussed Holly's parenting or lack thereof. Tracy encouraged Cody to consider himself lucky that he had dodged a bullet. Cody and Tracy argued that Sasha was not like her mother. Cody thought that even if Sasha pulled a few cons, it made her even more ideal for him. Tracy reminded Cody that he wasn't that person anymore. "You wouldn't say that if you knew what I pulled the other day," Cody told her. Cody informed Tracy how Drew paid him $50,000 to keep silent about something. That he made out with Willow and was banging her mom? Tracy asked. Cody was astonished that Tracy knew. Tracy smiled and added that the whole family knew and that they had paid individuals to guarantee it didn't become viral. Cody regrettably stated that he shouldn't have gotten drunk and gone for Drew. "No! You should have held out for $100,000, Tracy replied. Cody laughed and stated he was drunk and not thinking. He ranted about Drew and how he felt that Cody could be bought. "I found it insulting," Cody remarked. "I think this situation proves that Drew is actually a real Quartermaine," Tracy said. "Philandering is definitely in the family DNA, but Drew didn't grow up in the family." "But there you have it, his roots are starting to show," Tracy told Cody. Tracy informed Cody that she would teach him how to invest. She begged Cody to keep his eyes on Drew, and they would bring him down together when he inevitably strayed. Anything that involved bringing down Drew, count me in, Cody responded. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, so please don't forget to subscribe my channel and don't miss any update.